He's our governor.
We came to. Hey, wait. We are the Lion Field now at Animosho. We are supposed to have our event tomorrow. On the 6th. As of yesterday, we heard that the police have taken over the venue. We've come and see what's going on because police are our friends and we believe that they are here to protect us and make sure that the place is safe. So no issues. We are going to go see the Commissioner of Police to discuss, using this field. We wrote a letter. So come in here, explain the process that we're going through.
We are the planning committee of the event. We wrote a letter of notification to both the area command and the one estate police station here, and it has been minuted upon and forwarded to the Commissioner of Police about 3 days ago. Up till now, we await the approval, so to say. So on getting here this morning, we find out that the place has been kind of condoled off with policemen, and we were told that we need to go and see the Commissioner of Police. And as His Excellency has said, we know police, they are our friend, they are here to protect us. And it is our right to also...
Yes, it's our constitutional right to gather. We are not doing a rally, we are not doing a protest, we just want to gather as an organization. And there is nothing wrong with that. That is why we are free, that's why we are in Nigeria, that's why we are in a democracy, that's why we are not under military rule. Yes. So we are going to go and see the Commissioner now. And by God's grace, we'll get a favorable response.
Sometimes when I see people say that Bola Tinubu cannot be defeated in 2027, I laugh. I know they are saying all of this because of the corruption in INEC and the judiciary. But there was a reason why Bola Tinubu was able to do what he did in 2023 and got away with it. The reason was because the oppositions were not united. Another reason, which to me is the major reason why Peter Obi was rigged out of the 2023 presidential election, is that Labour Party was a weak political party. Labour Party did not have the structure on ground to win a presidential election. Peter Obi was rigged from the polling unit. The reason is because Labour Party agents were conspicuously missing in many polling units across the country. APC, PDP state ensure that Peter Obi votes were massively rigged in favor of Bola Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar. And Bola Tinubu is aware of this, but he understands that the 2027 general election is going to be a different ball game. The same rigging method they did in 2023 will not be applicable in 2027. They need to devise a new rigging method. They have devised and tested various of their methods. For instance, we saw what they did in the by-elections and the off-cycle elections, where it was heavily induced by vote buying. But unfortunately for them, vote buying is not going to be applicable in 2027 general election. How many persons do they want to buy their vote off in 2027? They cannot succeed in buying few people's vote, but that will not give them the presidential election in 2027. Another method they hope to use is to use your state governors to rig the election. That is the reason why you're seeing the wave of defection from the PDP to the APC that has been going on across the country. So many PDP politicians, governors have all defected to the APC. The reason for all of this is to help the presidency to win the 2027 presidential election. And of course, there is an agreement for the state governors that APC will also use their machinery to help them rig the 2027 general election for them. You saw how Governor Soludo is romancing with the APC. He has visited Abuja like almost 3 times and met with the president. Soludo believes that APC will help him to rig the Anambra State 2025 election that is coming up in November. And the only thing he has to do for the APC is to be attacking his own brother, Mr. Peter Obi. Soludo believes that by attacking Mr. Peter Obi, who is from Anambra State, he would demarket Mr. Peter Obi and break his rank. Another method the APC is trying to use in order to ensure that Bola Tinubu win the 2027 general election is to attack the opposition. APC does not want any opposition in Nigeria against them in 2027. You saw what they did to former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai when he had a meeting in Kaduna State, the ADC meeting in Kaduna State. Thus went to the venue of that meeting and disrupted that meeting. Now the security agency has invited Malam Nasir El-Rufai and accused him of disrupting the peace in Kaduna State. Let's not forget what they have done to Labour Party. Ever since the election was done and dusted, Labour Party has been embroiled with leadership crisis led by Julius Abure. We are talking about the same Labour Party that Mr. Peter Obi used to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos State, where he governed for 8 years. The same Labour Party that won the 2023 presidential election. All of this was aimed at denying Mr. Peter Obi a platform to contest against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu sees Peter Obi as his biggest rival, his biggest threat. He understands and knows who won the last election. But Peter Obi seems to be playing a game of chess on Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC. Peter Obi is neither here nor there. Despite the internal crisis in the Labour Party, he has refused to leave the Labour Party. He stayed back in the Labour Party, fought tooth and nail, and ensured that he reclaimed back the leadership structure in the Labour Party. Labour Party is stable now, but Mr. Peter Obi is identifying with the ADC-led coalition. This coalition is being seen as an alternative to the Labour Party to unseat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. As a matter of fact, Nigerians believe that should the ADC present Mr. Peter Obi as their presidential candidate, it's game over for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. While we are talking about the ADC, PDP is right there cutting Mr. Peter Obi to come back to the PDP and run as their presidential candidate. So it is wave of confusion for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He does not even understand where Mr. Peter Obi is going to contest in 2027. But what he wants to do is to ensure that any political party that Mr. Peter Obi has identified he will ensure that he uses the state and federal government security agencies to frustrate that political party. The same way he did it in Kaduna State, that is what he's doing in Lagos State. Gbadebo Rosevivor is planning to decamp to the ADC. He contested as the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party in Lagos State in 2023, and he won that election, but he was rigged out. Not only was he rigged out, there was massive voter suppression, intimidation, violence that was unleashed on everyone that came out to identify with the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate. The Lagos State gubernatorial election was so brutal. It is the most violent state-sponsored attack election we have seen in the history of this country. Just like Mr. Peter Obi, Gbadebo Rosevivor is also identifying with the ADC while still being in Labour Party. Gbadebo Rosevivor and Mr. Peter Obi are also playing the same game that the APC is playing. Yesowike claimed to be a PDP member, but is working actively for APC and campaigning for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win the 2027 presidential election. And he is daring to unleash violence if PDP present Mr. Peter Obi or Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as their presidential candidate. The characteristic that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is displaying is not a trait of someone that is confident of winning the 2027 presidential election. This is a trait of someone that is scared of losing the 2027 presidential election. That is the reason why he has abandoned governance and focused on politics. At the core of Bola Ahmed Tinubu tactics lies a profound fear of the opposition resurgence ahead of the 2027 general election. Tinubu does not want the opposition to come together. He knows that the reason why he won the 2023 general election was because the opposition were divided. His winning margin in 2023 was thin. He secured only 37% of the vote cast, while Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar split the remainder. Tinubu's vulnerability is haunting him. That is the reason why he has left governance and is focusing on politics. He's focusing chasing the people he believes will unseat him in 2027. While he's focused on chasing his vulnerability, his government is unleashing hardship on Nigerians. There is economic hardship. There is soaring inflation. Food insecurity affects over 79% of Nigerians. And recent tragedies like attack in Katsina State killing over 50 persons. Tinubu understands that the discontent against his government could metamorphose into a powerful anti-incumbent wave, much like the one that propelled the APC to power in 2015. That is the reason why he is doing everything possible to fight off every opposition in Nigeria. The obedient movement galvanized by Peter Obi's 2023 campaign terrifies Tinubu's camp. This youth-driven grassroots force represents a shift from traditional ethnic and regional politics to issue-based activism, focusing on good governance and anti-corruption. I am sure Tinubu expected that the obedient movement will go away after the 2023 general election, but unfortunately for him, the obedient movement has stayed together with Mr. Peter Obi ever since the election was done and dusted. Peter Obi's victory during the 2023 presidential election, where he output Tinubu in his home base, remained a sore point for the president. Lagos, long considered Tinubu's fiefdom, saw Obi Labour Party capture the imagination of urban voters, particularly the youth and middle class, disillusioned with APC governance. Tinubu's effort to prevent a repeat involved a targeted suppression in Lagos, as seen in the Alimosho blockade, where he is trying to block Gbadebo's revival defection to the ADC. He believed that as long as Peter Obi is seen with Gbadebo revival is going to be a threat to Tinubu's grip on Lagos State beyond 2027. Tinubu has focused more on destabilizing Peter Obi and his party than actual governance. Despite this machination against Peter Obi, Tinubu's defeat appears imminent. Tinubu's government has been eroded by self-inflicted wounds from poor governance and public suffering. Economic policies have plunged millions into hardship, with fuel prices skyrocketing and basic necessities unaffordable. This crack in the administration, widespread economic discontent, presents a golden opportunity for the opposition to mobilize. This is the reason for the emergence of the ADC-led coalition, uniting Obi, Atiku, El-Rufai, Amechi, and others. The ADC-led coalition offers a unified front that was absent in 2023. By consolidating under one banner, the ADC-led coalition believed that they can avoid vote splitting, which was the reason why Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared winner in 2023. Rather than addressing the issues faced by Nigerians, rather than reducing the cost of living, rather than reducing poverty, insecurity, inflation that Nigerians are battling with, the president is rather focused on trying to destabilize the opposition. The president believes that in a free, fair, credible election, he will not be declared winner in 2027. So he just wants to take away the opposition so that only APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu can contest the 2027 presidential election. But unfortunately for him, that is not possible. Come 2027, Nigerians will give him his final last card. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be gone in 2027. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.